Strategy and Snark presents Dungeons & Dragons Online. And welcome back. Today we're going to go take a look at the White Plume Mountain and Other Tales Adventure Pack. I believe that's its full title. Epic version. We'll see if there's any differences between this epic version and the heroic version that we've already done. But first, we've been sitting at maximum XP achieved for a while. Let's go ahead and level up. I was going to do this at the end of the last video, but I forgot what feat I was supposed to take, so I went and I looked it up. That's why we use character planners, so you don't have to figure it out on the spot. What we are going to take is, let's see, our normal feat is going to be Force of Personality. Some of you might have already taken this if you didn't like one of the other feats I take. And it's a little loose what feats you take right now. There's not always a best answer. What Force of Personality is going to do is it's going to make it so instead of using this +3 bonus that we get from our wisdom to feed into our will saves, we're going to use our +21 bonus from our charisma. Our will save is already not our worst save. But there's no feat to use charisma instead of dexterity, which is what I would instantly have taken way earlier. But that's not an option. So, +18 to our will save. Yeah. Could be worse. I will say, there is a very strong case for taking one of the Epic Fortitude or Epic Will or probably not Epic Reflex. Because these also include you do not fail on a 1. Epic Fortitude, no fail on a 1. You're on a melee character. It might mean that you just never die to Finger of Death even if you're not wearing Death Block. Maybe. It might be worth considering. But I'm going to go with Force of Personality. If you want to get really spicy, you might look at Burst of Glacial Wrath. Just because our charisma is so high, you might get the DC high enough to just have a AoE freeze. The damage doesn't matter. It's the freeze. But we're not focusing on that. We're going to do Force of Personality. As for our yellow class feat, I was pretty sure which one of these we were going to take, but I wanted to double check. We're a melee character. You pretty much always take Arboreal. 20 melee and ranged power. There's a bonus imbue die in there. +2 to your weapon, blah, blah, blah. 20 melee power. Like, do the other ones even come close? Nope. It's +5 melee power. Yeah, didn't think so. Like, it's just, if you're not specifically playing a character that plays into the strength of one of these, like, you would think Celestia would be good for us. That sounds like a paladin thing, right? But it's actually more geared towards favored soul. Maybe you take this if you're a favored soul because of the +4 DCs, right? It's not that the other ones are garbage. It's just that if you're a melee, you take Arboreal. Click next. So that feat by itself, we're gonna hit 20% harder with the loose math. Slightly more accurately. Yeah, that's not bad. The reason I went out of my way to level up, just like when we hit level 20, when you hit level 30, you do not gain XP for the next tier until you've actually taken the level. So now that we are level 30, we can progress towards level 31, 32, etc. So we didn't get any XP the whole last video. It was all wasted. But we don't got to really worry about that. We got plenty of ground to cover still. So, did we reach a new tier? We reached a new tier. Do we get anything worthwhile at the tippy top of Divine Crusader? Let's see. All of our Smite Evil gives us Crusade for 4 seconds. It's not very long. Automatically build Vulnerability and Armor Destruction on crits. And our shield would be a favored weapon, but we don't have a shield. This one. This is the one I knew I wanted. You gain Embodiment of Law if you don't already have it. And I believe we have it. Let's double check. There it is. This is a +2 imbue dice. It used to be so much more. Like, this used to be so much more. Character build was made before they changed this. So we're going to see if it's still worth it. If you have the feat, you do an extra D6 law damage on each attack per epic or legendary level, scaling with 200% melee or ranged power. We have 10 epic levels. That is 10 D6 law damage per hit that scales up with our melee or ranged power. It really just means more hitty. Let's see. +1 crit multiplier on a roll of 19 or 20 for a single point. That means when we roll a 19 or 20 in critical hit, instead of times... I think we're already at ×3. I don't know. Does this thing even get close? No, because it doesn't have the buffs on there. Whatever. Even if this is right. ×2, right? Goes up to ×3. Right? We get a whole nother multiplier on there. What are you? Epic moment. I don't think any of them have really been very epic. But let's see. Let's see. Any allies who are dead are resurrected at max health. When I'm hit with any type of damage, you are healed. And for the first 10 seconds, you are immune to crowd control. And you can only be resurrected once per rest. If this let me resurrect myself when I was dead, I would like it. But what this looks like to me is I'm going to click on it. I'm never going to click on it. But even if I remembered to click on it, I get a little bit of healing every time I get hit. It's all this is every 5 minutes, once per rest, resurrection. That's all this is. Sure, it's a group resurrection, but big deal. Like, I'm sure that someone somewhere has raised their entire raid group using this, and it was super epic. But, we'll take vulnerability, because that's more damage. But then honestly... Sure, we'll take the Auto Crusade buff. We need to get up to how many points spent? Oh, I don't think this has a point spent. Whatever, I think we're pretty much done with this tree. Until we can click on this level 32 ability. So I think what we're going to do next, because we only put a couple points into this one, just to get our energy resistance. I think what we're going to do is spend these last 3 points over here and see if we can find some more plus damage stuff. Weapons bypass cold iron. Do we care about that? We might already do that because of being a paladin. We don't care about rage. Against shaken and scared enemies, we get bonus. We can make a +5 weapon damage attack if we're using two-handed weapon style, which we are doing. But I've got enough smites and stuff. I don't want another button to press. Just more physical resistance rating. Don't want another mantle. See, this... It's really feast or famine. You get so many abilities, you feel like you need so many points, and then you hit the things you're aiming for, and it's like, okay, well, what do I care about? Honestly, I'm going to take the physical damage reduction. And chances are we're going to take that core right there, because we have a point. But just in case, what does this do? 1 double strike, offhand, and strike through. I like strike through. Probably work on that. More rage. What is this? More adrenaline damage bonus increased by 25%. We use that. And I think it stacks. There's 3 ranks, so that probably goes up. And then another auto heal when we take damage. I'm going to take this 250 unconsciousness range. Yes, I know that sounds terrible, but remember, each core ability gives the following: 20 hit points, 5 melee power. So this is really another 5 melee power, plus 20 hit points, plus, you know, on the off chance that it matters that we go unconscious. Boom, done. We've spent the points, and I'm going to just completely forget about them now. Whoosh, to the 12. 12? Yes, 12. Wow, that took a lot longer to do than I thought it was going to. But hey, I actually got some explanation of the thought process for once. We're not going to really have anything meaningful to talk about for the next 5 quests. So, I mean, we'll find out. I like these quests. But they all came out at a time when most of these quests were copy-pasted from Heroic to Epic. I would be really surprised if there was anything different in any of these quests. Pleasantly surprised, but surprised. I'm going to attempt to do them roughly in level order. There's 2 level 21 quests that we are hilariously over-leveled for at this point. But that's what happens when you do your videos based on the quest pack and not the level. Do I even need my buffs? We might have even been able to do this one on Elite, just because we're so over-leveled. But let's find out. Talk to the guy who took... The first time I did this quest, it took me so long to find that guy. I didn't realize he was just right there. Okay, now for the hardest part of the quest. Finding all these little groups of enemies. There's some. Hey you, do you explode when I hit you? I mean, you took 3 hits. I mean, those guys didn't, but that's okay. Anybody over here? Oop, I see a kobold. Bruiser. With the mark of law. Yep, they out. What else you got? I think that's the way we go. Ooh, there is a patrol here. So we did need to come get this patrol. Oh, that was it? Nice. That was the easiest time I've ever had finding all those patrols. Alright, time to auto-attack for a little while. Only 20,000 HP on this gargantuan Gargantuan crawler. Technically he poisoned us, but I can fix that. I thought I could fix that. I don't fix poison with that. My remove disease with all the paladin bonuses doesn't remove the poison. That just sounds wrong. Hello, big kobold. Does that just make you easier for me to hit? Shaman. No more shaman. Itchy. Alright. Ah, he pushed me away before I got my button pressed. It's gotta suck to be a giant kobold, because you're still a kobold, right? I don't imagine that kobolds were smart enough to go, oh, we need to, like, dramatically increase our food intake. I mean, maybe that's what the giant rats are for. The giant rats are so the giant kobolds don't starve to death. All of that. They're like, oh, let's give the kobolds credit. Let's say that was their plan. Hey, we're giant. Oh no, what about our food supplies? Ooh, we'll make our food giant too. Or you just hide in these mountains, right? And you just make the rat giant. Maybe you have one giant kobold so you don't lose the fight to the rat. Just ignoring all of these traps. They don't even trigger fast enough to hit us. See, I wouldn't have made the giant wolf. Wolves are not dogs. Wolves are not inherently loyal, especially to kobold. They would have just eaten the kobolds. So if the kobolds were really smart, they would have a minimal number of giant kobolds as a defense force and as a rat wrangler. Gigantify the rats so that all of the kobolds can eat as much as they want forever because they have a giant meat supply. Imagine if we could just make a cow, but it was the size of a semi-truck. I mean, that was the whole idea behind, like, growth hormones in chicken and all that, right? The whole point was to make them bigger. You could magically make them bigger. I wonder if it, They never really go into this in any fantasy story that I'm familiar with. But if you eat something that is gigantified, and then, like, your body incorporates it as part of, like, a muscle or something, like those bits get used in your body. Like, what happens if you get hit by a dispel magic? Does it dispel the individual components? Or could you, perhaps, never have eaten it to begin with? Because the molecules that make up the giant rat are no longer compatible with your normal size stomach acid. So you could never have digested it to be a part of you anyway. In which case, you could eat as much giant rat as you want, and that kobold would starve to death. No matter how much he ate. Well, no, if the giant kobold was eating giant rat, he'd be okay because both of them are equally giant. But a giant rat could not possibly eat any normal-sized food because his receptors or his acid or whatever are the wrong size. He could not process. Guess it really depends on how it makes you giant, right? Because if it literally is just like grabbing the corner of you and just stretching you out, all your biological functions should be equally stretched out. Although, now that I'm thinking about it, there is an argument, and I don't really buy this. It doesn't quite click in my head. But there is an argument that everything in your stomach does not count as being inside you, because technically from your mouth to your butt is one really long tube, and you would not consider something in like a donut hole. Like imagine a donut with a hole in it. You stick your finger in the donut hole, right? You wouldn't consider your finger a part of the donut. You're just going through the donut. And that's how food works. So maybe your stomach acid would, since it's not part of you, it's sitting just inside you, maybe it just shrinks. Well, I mean, you grow, and so relative to you, it shrinks. I don't think that the magic doesn't think this far, right? But overanalyzing things is fun. There's a couple of horror versions of Marvel Comics, like the zombie universe, where like the Incredible Hulk would eat somebody, but then when he shrinks back to Banner, his stomach shrinks. And it ends about how you would expect that to. But I don't know of anywhere else that went out of its way to address the size difference with people who grow and shrink. Probably because it's a little too much of a body horror thing. Too gross. I remember reading that Marvel Zombies book, but it had a story, but the story was there as an excuse to draw a bunch of like Marvel heroes dying and eating each other. It was not really, wasn't really put together as a story first. There was a lot of they wouldn't do this. Let me think. So, do we have any other spells in Dungeons and Dragons like this? Polymorph. I believe that if you eat something while polymorphed, it is proportionally polymorphed back. I want to say this happened on Critical Role, but I don't remember how it resolved. Somebody polymorphed into something big and like ate somebody. Like a bad guy, or ate some of the bad guy. Like they fought a bear or something and he ate the bear. But then when he shrunk back, it's not like he exploded. I can't really remember what exactly they did. Okay, so we've got two interesting things here. Number one, an item. A shield clicky even. Of course, we're level 30, but the items are going to be the level of the quest. So level 21 belt. It's got deadly, insightful physical sheltering, and a shield clicky for 20 minutes. That's a solid item. Remember that shield, the spell, wherever, I don't know where it went, but there it is. Shield, the spell that this lets you cast, blocks magic missiles. And if you're on a fighter or, say, I don't know, a paladin, we don't have Night Shield. Now, we have it from the Feydark chain, the Feydark enhancement thing. Feydark Illusionist. We don't have to worry about magic missiles. But, if you're a fighter, hell yeah, 20-minute clicky to not have to worry about magic missiles. There are quests where that is a big deal. And then filigrees. Is this our first filigree we've picked up? I think it is. Now, I'm never going to use that particular one, but hey, filigree. When we get our new weapon, when we get to Ravenloft, it's going to say accepts sentience or something like that on it. Most of the high-level weapons... I forgot I wasn't actually picking items up because I don't have any inventory space. Most of the level 20 plus weapons have the ability to be sentient. You find a sentient jewel, you put it in the pommel of your sword, and now your sword can like quip at you as you fight. Which most people will go into the menu and they will turn off the quips. It gets less cute the longer you have it, which is why a talking sword is actually mostly a cursed item. But in terms of DDO, there's actually a very big power increase you can get if you max out your Sentient Jewel. You can feed named items that you don't want to the Sentient Jewel. And what that does is it levels the Sentient Jewel up and it lets you equip Filigree to the Sentient Jewel. Filigree, like the word filigree, refers to like if you get like a gold necklace or something and it has all that little intricate detail, that's the filigree. The little golden spirals and stuff, the things that make it fancy, that's filigree. So you're making your Sentient Jewel fancier by adding filigree to it. I guess it could also be carvings, but since we're adding to it, I'm gonna say we're probably just putting nice things on it, dressing it up. Oh, damn it. I need to make some space. What are you? Well, lesser Slayer count boost? Yeah, we'll get rid of that. We'll just drink it. That'll never come up. Stupid Commendations of Valor. Oh, I'm at 1,000. I can't stack them any higher in there. And I'm at 1,000 in that bag. This is why I don't pick up my loot. My bags are all legitimately full. My banks are full. I need to make like a... I need like a bank character on this account because there's no... I've got nowhere to put all these items on this account. Anyway. I lost my train of thought because I couldn't pick something up. Oh, filigree. The point of filigree... Oops, I clicked the wrong one. Not only do each of them give you a minor bonus by themselves. So, for instance, you know, the one we just picked up is... +2 magical resistance rating. And +4 to your DC of poison attacks. Neat. I don't have any poison attacks. But if I was a... I'm thinking that it would probably work for a ninja spy and or a thorn druid is what they're getting at. There we go. +4 to my poison attacks, DC. The +2 magical resistance rating is because of how it says rare here. So rare means it's got an extra bonus on it, which is usually magical resistance rating or physical resistance rating. Pretty much every time, that's the rare bonus. It's like getting a foil card out of a pack of cards. So, pretty good. But I'm never going to use that particular one. Oh, but the whole point I was getting at was, this is the snake bite set. If I find the other pieces, and there's more than 3, but I only need 3 of them. If I equip 2 of them into my character somewhere, I'll get to that. They can only go into either sentient jewels, of which you can only have 1 on your weapon, not 1 on each weapon. I'm pretty sure it's only 1 weapon. And you can have 1 on your artifact, which we don't have any of those yet. It's just another tier of item. You can only equip 1. Your artifact can also eat items to have filigree. So between the 2 of them, if I have at least 2 pieces equipped, I also get +4 saving throw versus poison, and 3 gives me +2 imbue dice. The imbue dice is honestly not bad, but not worth going after considering the mediocre other bonuses. This is where people can get a surprising amount of extra character power. I was not expecting to just straight up go the wrong way. Isn't it always the same direction? Or did I just completely brain fart and go the wrong way? I thought I was going the right way. I guess it's possible that one of them is heroic, one of them is epic. That'd be pretty cool. Man, that'd be really cool if the path was different depending on if you were heroic or epic. I don't think it is, though. I think I just went the wrong way. Because this looks very much like the normal swim puzzle. Anyway. You get a lot of little bonuses for your filigree. I think filigree... Like, I easily got 4 filigree slots on my monk's weapon. And that's just feeding it all the crappy named items that aren't even worth picking up. Just as you play the game. Which you can do even if you aren't high enough level to actually equip your weapon. All you actually have to do is have it in your inventory. And I will show you as soon as I am on dry land. But yeah, you can work on... screw it, we'll just do it now. This one right here. Modify your sentient items. You click that. You drag your weapon or whatever that has your gem in it into that spot, and it'll have the all of your filigrees there. It'll have a spot for feeding it items. I don't have one right now. But yeah, some of those set bonuses give you things you literally cannot get anywhere else. The one that I have been farming out for my monk, I believe it's called the... Nim something. I will remember the second I stop recording. But what it does is it raises my magical resistance rating cap. Because we have 67 on here, but that's not actually very good. There's a maximum it goes to depending on the type of armor you're wearing. And the maximum for cloth is 50. This is one of the things where Monk kind of got shafted. Man, if only I had somebody who could see the invisible wall. Monk kind of got shafted there, because if you're wearing full plate, that cap is way higher. So you can make that stat go up, and then you just take a lot less damage from all spells. But Monk doesn't get that. Monk's cap is 50 because it's technically wearing cloth. But there's a filigree set that raises that cap by 10, 20. I don't think it's 50. 50 would be way too much. But whatever it is, it's raising the cap on something, and that's not something you can just get on a regular item. I looked. Well, I looked like a year and a half ago. They might have introduced something since then. A valuable vermin? Man, this guy just went... He went too hard too fast. Just like the kobolds. He turned all of this stuff into platinum. Purposefully trying to crash the economy. Not a bad plan. But he was too obvious about it. You spread it out slowly so people don't know where it's coming from. Otherwise, some nitwit like me walks in, breaks all your stuff, and arrests you. I mean, and he even did. He spent some on these mercenaries, right? He spent some of the platinum on mercenaries. He had infinite platinum. He could have hired all the mercenaries. And he could have given them massive, massive bonuses to sign some kind of Eberron NDA so that they wouldn't say anything. So he can just keep funneling money into them. They keep protecting him. Gotta play the long game. It's like those kobolds, right? First thing they did was make themselves big. Why not make a gold coin big, right? Why not take the things that they have very little of and make those big? I feel like I missed a step, because that's going to skip that. Here we go. Huzzah! If you have infinite money, right, you've got your counterfeit ring rolling smooth. You don't print a bajillion dollars just because you can. You play it cool. Soft retirement, right? Don't push your luck. You've already, like, beaten the rat race, right? It's like there was a, there was a video about some guy who cheated the lottery. And he tried to win more than once. Like, seriously, he walked away with, like, $500,000, right? Because he did a very modest lottery. And he ended up having to split the prize with a couple people. One of which was, like, one of the people he trusted to actually keep the secret. Went and bought their own lottery tickets, too. Just remembering. I never remember this one. The god of trade is Kol Korin? Hooray! The other two sounded evil. 13 floors on the Tower of the 12, because one is dedicated to the Lost Dragon Mark. It's the roof. Excuse me, madman, may I come in? You're mad, so you'd probably say yes, right? Hi, I would like to take all of your stuff. Also, can you turn my cat platinum? That'd be pretty cool. Also, can you turn my hireling platinum? I can buy a new one. Oh yeah, I have to talk to it, blah blah blah. He went too hard. Also, he used it on, like, griffins and crap. The griffins aren't gonna... Like, why would the griffins listen to him? I guess they could be charmed or something. He is a wizard. That's possible. Yes, yes. Can I... Am I allowed to disrupt the spell yet? Yes? No? I had to talk to him again. I received 0 XP. Yeah! It's because we're so hilariously over-leveled. Quest too low. Oh! Quest level too low for legendary. We just always get 0. Interesting. I believe that as of the very next episode, yeah, I'm pretty sure we're moving into legendary stuff immediately after this episode. So that's not going to be a problem. Electrocution. I like this one because I have an electric sorcerer, so I might actually use this one. Again, it's a filigree. I get 3 physical resistance rating, which doesn't sound very exciting. It's not rare, so I don't get the second little bonus. And then if I have enough pieces, 2 set pieces, plus, or 2 of these, is 50 electric spell power that stacks with everything. Okay. Imbue dice afterwards, meh, maybe if you're an Eldritch Knight. And then 4 pieces, you gain a permanent energy sheath electric, which is you take half damage from electric, which is pretty cool. Redundant on sorcerer because they already get that. I think it lets you pick a different one, so you might not be locked into it. There is a raid that does a lot of electric damage. You might find it worth it to pick up an electrocution set. Just for the automatic 50% reduction in electric damage. You only need 3 of those. So, weird thing about filigree. You're not allowed to duplicate the exact bonus. So, if I got a plus charisma, like there's a paladin set, right? Say I find the paladin set and one of them is plus smite evils, plus 2 smite evil use. And then I find another plus 2 smite evil use from the same set. I can't put them both on my weapon. You're not allowed to duplicate. You are allowed to duplicate if one's on a weapon and one's on your artifact. It's a little bit... People are not 100% sure what the devs think of that. It is kind of unknown whether it's truly intended or whether it's an exploit. But it's a well-known exploit, and it's very old. So we're kind of assuming that at this point, the devs, by virtue of saying nothing, they are giving tacit approval to do it, because they could have fixed it a long time ago. Or at least said, hey, don't do this, but they haven't. So I'm going to assume it's okay. The real big advantage... Oh, I jumped way too late. But apparently that one was okay. The real advantage to it is there are some that are just like +1 charisma. You know, +1 whatever your stat is. So you get 1 from your weapon, and then you get another one, and you get another stat increase by putting the other one in your artifact. So you're getting plus... There's a lot of bonuses, right? That's not the book I want. I want the joke book. There's... I would say the worst thing about filigree is that there's so goddamn many of them, and they take up inventory slots. You can put them in your bank, and I believe... they can go into your crafting storage, which is way cheaper to expand than the regular storage. But I struggled with those stupid things. Because you'd pick them up in your quest, right? And you don't know that you're not going to want... Like this poison one I just picked up. I'm never really going to use that one. Unless they come out with a cool poison character like the Thorn Druid, and it's like, oh, well now, if that works on my Thorn or my poison spells, maybe I do want it. I don't know. They take up so much space. Index of recent acquisitions. So I saw this book, Memoirs of a Wizard Warrior. Got it. This is... Okay. I normally don't actually read the titles, but for... expediency's sake, when we get to the boss fight, I'm purposefully not picking up the wrong books so that they're not on the list. Doop doop doop. Oh, I'm gonna need my search icon thing. Skills. Search. I don't know if it'll actually spawn randomly. I think you might have to go to the card catalog. Oh, wow. Okay. We will just slowly back out of the room, having just instantly found the book in the maze section. Just okay. No interest in running around and doing the optional since we don't get any XP for it. And there's only one named item that I care about. We're not going to get it, right? But we might get it. You never know. I will take the 5-minute time save of not having to run around searching for the book. But you just run to the back. It tells you exactly where it is. You read the number on the floor. You go get it, right? We just got to skip a few steps. Let's see. Crest of the Sickle. Bam. Bad book. Stay on shelf. Books are for displaying, not reading. I can't tell you the last time I read a book, which is sad. It's one of those, like, I used to read all the time. Like, I'd read on the bus. I'd read, like, especially back when, like, I remember the Harry Potter books coming out, and I would just lay on the couch reading the books as they came out. I've got a bunch of books. But where do you find the time to just sit and read a book anymore? I've got so many other projects going. I can barely find time to play the video games, right? Getting older sucks. Admittedly, I don't think I would really want to give up the intense amount of freedom you get from being older. Like, I don't think I'd want to go back to being... I don't think I would want to go back to being a kid full time, right? I don't know if I want to go back to school and have to do homework or any of that. I would love to go on vacation and have my parents pay for everything again. Go to a restaurant, order whatever you want with no concern over the price. Because you're not paying ever because you're a kid. On the other hand, you don't have the life experience to know what to pick. Go to the fancy restaurant. My brother would, we'll say fancy restaurant, something like Olive Garden. And he'd order the pizza. Doesn't matter what restaurant it is, he would order the pizza. It's just like such a waste. We went somewhere and you ordered like the kids menu pizza. Kids don't know. All right. We do the icebreaker, which is the joke. Bump, bump, bump. Clear out the trash. The introduction to his friend. The guest of honor. I obviously didn't read it this time because we're just running through. I don't remember where it says he's giving a speech in honor of this other guy. That's why I got confused reading the book titles, because I'm used to just picking up every book. We want Fundamentals of Magic on there, because he's got to set up for his point. I can't jump high enough. That's not my jump potion. That's the jump potion. Get down here. I do not want to have to throw my coffin nail at you 100 times. And central thesis. Alright. Got a little... I was gonna say dicey, but it wasn't that close. It got a little stroppy. The guy flying outside of range. So here we go. Here's another filigree. The Beast's Mantle. +3 melee power. That's a good one. Okay. And then, let's see. The set bonus is natural armor. Fortification bypass. That's not bad. And 2 imbue dice. I don't really know how impactful imbue dice are. It's not nothing. It's not huge, but it's not nothing. So the set bonuses on this one, not exciting. But +3 melee power, just for free? Yes, please. I really need to empty my inventory, but I don't know. I don't know how. Alright, that's the 3 short ones done. Hello, Doris. Oh, damn it. She's going to eat one of my inventory slots with her stupid wand. Fine. Oh. We had a comment on this quest specifically, which I do not want to forget. It's only relevant at the end of the quest. So, what? Listen success? I don't know if I've ever had enough listen. Really? Oh, because it's wisdom based? Here's some lore I didn't know. Because I've never passed this check, apparently. So I'm reading off the chat log that's behind my face. We passed the listen check, so she said... Apparently she's here because she helped build the prison. And she wants to ruin its reputation. Surely a principled, mature, squishy creature such as yourself would have some regrets of your own. Which is the nicest thing she's ever said to us. Principled and mature, squishy creature. That's literally the nicest she's ever been to us. Did she give me the wand that we need to progress? Or is it on the ground? Oh. We do have it. Okay. It said... I thought it said I was out of inventory, and I'm looking at that empty slot like, hold on a minute. Alright. This is a quest where we kind of have to get lucky to get through it fast. Because those, we need to break a crystal that is randomly placed. Remember to tell your hireling to hold still when you go to start bouncing on your platforms. Because the hireling doing its teleport to you over and over thing when it thinks it's too far from you. It'll just keep falling on top of your little trampoline pad and break it. Alright, we're going to get over the... Ooh, we'll just get over the wall right here. I like going up the roof. We bonked, so I'm going to land so that I can get a fresh jump onto my platform. Damn it. I thought I could walk up there, but apparently I can't. Really? You snare while I'm in midair. So not hit the roof this time so we don't go all crooked. I'm hitting the button to make the wand or the trampolines way too early. Ah! Well, we got that one. Hooray! We made it up. I like going through the top. There's not really a reason. Doesn't matter which way you get into the prison as long as you get in. We're probably going to have to run around the whole thing looking for the crystal lock thingy anyway. Well, I'm not going to call the hireling until the puzzle is done. Something went wrong. There we go. I think it either didn't register or it registered twice. I don't know. But we're done. Oop, don't need that. We need the door. Where's the door? In we go. Section 1 complete. We have infiltrated the prison. Alright. Is there an anchor near here? No. Not even far, just no. So I guess it probably would have been faster to go through the front door, since we're apparently a million miles away from wherever the crystal is. We'll just kind of run. Man. You can tell that we're over leveled when you're pounding through the orange mini bosses that easily. Especially a Marut, which kind of resists a lot of our damage. Oh, I haven't looked to see what our new damage types are. Look at that. We got like 149 on our light damage. And I think that last one is the law damage from Embodiment of Law, which is not looking bad. Because remember, a lot of our abilities that give us just like, oh, plus 2d6 or whatever, they scale off melee power, and we've been getting a lot of melee power recently. You guys would be dead if you didn't just like knock me over and over again. Oh, look. I stood up for a moment. And then like 3 guys just died. Anything interesting? Just some cash? Okay. Let's use the wand to see if it was in the kitchen. Nope. Still just no. Usually it says like far or very far, but we're so far away, it's just no. The bright side is that means it's probably in front of us, as opposed to if you come in the main door and it's above you up here, you're hoping that it's below you. This is not the room I was expecting to be in. And that's the kitchen. Did I get myself super turned around? I thought there was a way down. Well, this door's not open yet. Well, this door doesn't really do us any good. It's a dead end. I don't know if these chests have named items. So far, no. I don't want to go back up. Me want go down. Alright, this looks like what I was looking for. Alright, are you going to say that there's anything nearby now? None still. Really. Just none. Man, we've got a really high charisma. I kind of want to free the prisoners. Because I think we would actually pass a lot of the checks. Did you really cast bark skin on... Where's... I'm not even going to walk over there. You're getting a coffin nailed to the face. There you go. Still entangled? Enough with that crap. I can't pick the keys up because I have no inventory space. Look, I used a key. This was a terrible place to use the key. I'm pretty sure one of those was supposed to be the way down. Do they just have snares all over the floor? You. I need a new key. Maybe I'll open this big, obvious metal door. I think this is what I was missing. I was missing the come over here and hit the lever first. Well, hey hireling, hold still while I push this lever. Because I will survive way easier than you. Okay, I did open. It wasn't the first one I opened, but... The bailiff. You went with grease. Grease, really. You got one spell off and it was grease. What's your plan here? Like, I could set this on fire and not take any damage. And... dead. I did see him cast Dispel Magic. I did not see what he... Interesting. Why are you not... Did I miss something here? This is the way I'm supposed... Oh, there it is. The button was under the grease. I ran around in the grease thinking that the button was in there. But I thought it was on the other side. Like the left, not the right. Silly me. Ah, shit. I forgot we're supposed to be looking for this thing. No anchor found. That's, like, fucking impossible. How could we still have just no anchor found? I couldn't tell if he was in this room or what. I can target Talbrin, but it doesn't actually show me where he is. So I think he's down below. Jumping up and pushing these buttons. Talbrin, there we go. Just have to wait to get unstuck from our fizzy lifting drinks. Alright, let's kill the sentries. I no longer need an iron key, so we'll take this gold key instead. And then I guess... I pushed the wrong button. Guess we just run around until we find the crystal thingy. It still says no anchor found. And of course they'd have an upside down railing, of course. I can't jump high enough to even get on the box. Yeah. Oh, come on. Like, we know we need to hit each one once. God, seriously. I hit my head on, like, the lip of the thing, right? And so it didn't count as me having hit it? Are you kidding me? And what else did I hit on my way up? I thought it looked right there for a second. Yeah. There we go. It's off. It would have been faster just to kill all the enemies that spawn, and if you ignore it. Alright, is the thing in here? No anchor found. How could it still be so far away that it just counts it as... Man, I don't know. We're going to kill the boss since we're down... Well, the first boss. Since we're down here anyway. Did not mean to bounce on the stupid thing again. Let's go beat up the warden. Hey, warden. Warden? I usually do this last. Weird. It still says no anchor found. But this is where the boss spawns. Did they make it so you have to get the other one first? Because there's supposed to be one in that room. But the only thing I'm getting is no anchor found. Like, that's weird. My concern is... I don't want to go that way. My concern is that we didn't talk to Doris correctly, and so the quest is actually broken. It does say disable both anchors, defeat the warden, bring prisoners to the exit. Do I have to save at least one prisoner? Is that what it is? Because I have inventory. I have to fight another turnkey to get another key. Because I'm pretty sure I don't have one. But also... Oh, the stairs are over there. Okay. Maybe I'm just getting tired, but I saw in the little orb, you know, the focus orb, I saw the cobalt, but... Alright. All the way back up here. I told you this was going to be the longest part, right? I told you the quick ones are done. This one and the next one are by far the longest. Partially because we just gotta look for this. No anchor found is weird to me. I feel like the quest is broken. Because it should be saying, like, near or far, not no. Weird. You know what? Just so I'm not wasting all of the time. DDO, no anchor found. I don't see anything on the first couple Google results about the quest being broken. How about back there, where we've already been? Just no anchor. So weird. Where have I not gone? I mean, there's what? The left side of the map? Looks like there might be a big room downstairs, maybe upstairs. It's hard to tell on this kind of a map. If I just yeet it into the hole, maybe it'll tell me. What? Very close. So it was like, what, halfway down? It was halfway down here the whole time? Oh, it's probably in. It's probably inside one of the cells. Alright, that went from very close to close, so we're going to go back the other way. I don't mean to step on the stupid thing. I can't even use shift to get us back down. Our anchor's right here. We're unlocking the door. It says right here. I'm not seeing it. Very close. Was I one cell over? Is that what the problem is? Come on, we finally are making progress. I don't... Is that it? There it is. We need a key. Ogre! Ogre! I know there's at least one ogre that I... Oh, I don't even need an ogre. Boop, key. Crap. No, yes, this one. This one right here. This one right here. Smack! Man. I'm pretty sure I used the thing in this room. We had to be so stinking on top of it for it to register. So now that we've broken that one, the second one should spawn. And then we'll be out of here. I like the idea of this quest. It's just like, I don't really like having to use the wand as the gimmick to find the randomly placed thing. I kind of prefer stuff where you get like a riddle at the beginning or something. No anchor found. The second one is like always in there. Is it back here somewhere? No. This might be an epic thing. Is it up here? Just nothing? Weird. Why didn't I get a circle that time? Not that it would have helped, apparently. Oh, it's on the other side of the wall. That's why I didn't see it. Okay. The second one basically always spawns in here. I didn't even realize there was a button there. Oh, hello. Ah. Okay. Okay. The boss fight is different on Epic. I don't believe I've ever come in here. Because we usually stop at that room that I kept searching, right? Apparently the answer was you're supposed to come down here and fight in an all lava floor. They've upped the danger of the boss fight. Interesting. Okay. Okay. And then we still go out through the dimension door, which should put us on the boat. which it does. Okay. Apparently they changed the boss fight. Now that was an interesting boss fight that we completely ignored all of its mechanics. You're supposed to use the bouncy things in order to stay out of the lava while the floors are moving around. We didn't need to do that because we have infinite fire resist. But now we're back on here, and this is where I wanted to bring up a comment somebody made on the old video, the heroic version. So if we would have went and gathered all of the prisoners, right? You use the keys, you open up all the things, you take them to the door, save all the prisoners, yay! Then you got to persuade them not to mutiny against you. Apparently one of them is bugged. You're not supposed to even try persuading the Dryad prisoner, because if you fail against her, I presume if you fail against her, she'll attack you, and when she gets to that halfway point, she'll teleport away into her tree, but she doesn't have a tree here. So the whole quest is waiting on her to go to her tree, regenerate, and jump out again, and there is no tree. So what we're going to do is we're probably just going to pick the fight right away. Okay, we're going to go talk to the captain, and then we're going to just fight right away, because I didn't bring any of the other prisoners back. Boop, 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 boop. We're just going to go and pick a fight, kick some ass. There we go. This is not exactly a difficult fight when you didn't bring all of the prisoners back and then fail all the checks. I like saving the prisoners, and we have enough charisma, we might have been able to get everybody on our side. But that would have taken longer. Alright, we out. We out, and we got one left. The biggie. Just preemptively scrolling up my list to make sure that we did them all. Check, 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 check. Okay. We actually need to ride yonder taxi. We're going to finally go to White Plume Mountain. I feel like the book for White Plume Mountain actually was just a bunch of different quests, like a compilation thing. So I think that this makes sense in regards to why the quests are so unconnected. Because it was like a compilation book. I feel like Keep on the Borderlands was in like a compilation book too, but I don't really remember. This quest is actually our level, and we should actually get XP. We are now officially going to be doing basically nothing but quests our level. You give me riddle. Doop doop doop, and the riddle is the exact same one that apparently it always is. I never get anything other than the moon. That's the only riddle I ever get asked, is the one with the moon. Apparently, if you can just, like, not make physical contact with that thing, that it doesn't count. This quest has some baller named items in it. One of which is a great sword. And it's like the coolest great sword in the game. So it would be really nice for it to drop today. We've got, what, a 14% named item chance? And then from there, I think there's, what, 6 named items in this quest? I picked this one. I have chosen poorly. I did get a mysterious remnant, though. How about you? Are you the right one? No. That's even worse. We got an air elemental. 2 air elementals. Humph. Hold still. Okay. How about you? Nope, more ghosts. It's getting late enough here, I'm starting to fall asleep. But we're on the last quest! And this is the one that has the most potential for sweet, sweet loot. Speaking of loot, should we... Ooh. Maybe we detour into some of the optionals. How good am I at finding the optionals? I know where one is for sure. Two. I know where 2 are for sure. Alright, we're gonna get ambushed by a bunch of bugbears up here. Unless they changed it. Whack. Oh. I thought that was a wild man for a second. Alright. Drinky potion of jumping. See how far I can get before we get toasted. Oh, I can hear it. I got the audio cue. We're going to wait for the poop geysers to stop. And we should be able to make a run for the rest of them. Oh. I felt that little bit of lag. If you lag at the wrong time, man, jumping over a pit of death of any kind, you're just like, oh, come on. Don't lag now. Don't lag now. I need all of my forward button press to be registered. Okay. If anything weird happens, I can climb back up. It's very blue in here. I honestly don't remember being so blue and empty up to this point. This is the decor I was looking for. So I apologize for not paying a lot of attention to, like, the awkward silences. I am legitimately starting to doze off, and I'm like, oh, come on. +1 charisma. Embraced by light. Healing amp, universal. I thought for a second we got like the actual paladin set, which I don't know if we actually want or not, but it's neat. Am I not supposed to be able to move? There we go. Hi, you are the wrong creature type to challenge me. Even if I can't actually hit you. See a circle? Don't stand in it. It's probably a bad idea. Alright, Mr. Challenge Rating 39. You're going to have to do something a little fancier. You know, something other than the same thing you did last time. And again. I wonder if he disappears on a timer or at certain health thresholds. I suspect that it's health thresholds, but... Wow, I'm starting to get so tired. I can't remember, like, if I actually said the thing. Like, I was thinking of something, but I can't remember if I said it or not. Wow, nothing. Anyway. Oh, are those going to be in my inventory? I don't see it. Anyway. One down, but that was not the annoying one. An invisible stalker. One of these has the stupid slide puzzle. And that's the one that's going to get me. Hey. I don't want to have to... You know what? I'm probably immune to your ability, so... I don't know what their attack is, but it's done a lot of damage to me in the past. So you really want to use your ranged attack there, because I don't know what their melee thing is. Like it's probably modeled after the Mind Flayer. It's probably what it is. They do like a little cute stun thing that doesn't actually stun you, it just makes you not want to move. That's only a bow. They did some interesting things with at least this quest where different treasure chests have different named items. And the one in that sparkly tube of doom, that's a bow that's on the in that treasure chest for going that way. We don't need it. Alright, this should be the crab. Crab. Is a big crab. Get a head start before he gets all the way out. Smite the crab, smite the crab, smite the crab, giant crab. Guy's gonna go pop the protective bubble. Which, how would that even work? Like, yeah, he's damaging, like, the psychic force field or something, but it's not like once you cast a spell, you can adjust it later. I mean, come on, crab, die. I don't know if there's a gimmick to this boss. Like a gimmicky way to beat him. He just doesn't do... He just doesn't do as much damage as I would like against this crab. Who keeps pushing me out of range of even my greatsword. It has 1,000,000 HP. Why does it have 1,000,000 HP? Who knows? Somebody wanted the crab fight to be really, really dangerous, I guess. See, I told you I was going to start falling asleep and miss moving because the boss moves. Stop running away. Great. Here I am having an Uncle Ben moment. Trying to decide if I'm going to keep working tonight or go to bed. Crab isn't anywhere near me. I'm just swinging at air. Come on, crab. This is what I was ranting about last episode. That the crab, the bosses just have so much HP, you might as well just hold down the button and steer back towards them. Come on, fall. Finally. Ugh. Okay, there it is. Something cool. That's interesting. Sapphire of Vertigo. I don't think I have any characters specialized in tripping, but that's at least not a propeller. Yeah, I don't know either. Obviously, falling asleep. So, yeah, that's not even the worst mistake. Oh, goddammit, I hit the wrong fucking button. Get back in. See, that's how asleep I'm going. I thought that was the end of the quest and just recalled out. Come on. We're almost at the end. I haven't been up as late lately because I've been getting up early to do a bunch of work. And so you put the baby to bed the same time as always, but your body wants you to fall asleep earlier to compensate for getting up earlier. It's alright. We were already at the end of that section. And they're not in my inventory. I don't have to go back for them. I just have to get the last one. Thank God. I'd hate to have to walk all the way back through there because I'm falling asleep. So, like, I feel fine right now, right? Feel fine. And then you do the nod off thing. And then you snap back, right? You're like, I can do it. I can push through. I can push through. I'm awake right now, and I feel like I'm making decisions. I'm fine right now, therefore I should keep going. The problem is, right, I'm playing a video game. The worst thing that happens, the worst thing, is I look a little dumb on the internet, right? Or you might say, oh, the worst thing is my character might die because I'm not paying attention. Although I'm not convinced my character can die. Because I think that Crusade is still bugged. But anyway. People push themselves too hard all the time. Just like how it's kind of the cool thing to say stay hydrated on the internet these days. If you're on Twitch or anything, stay hydrated, drink your water, blah blah blah. Get sleep. Like, go to bed. Like, people meme on Nintendo for like telling you to go outside in the middle of playing Mario. But they're not wrong. What they should be saying is, hey, it's, you know, super, super late. You should go to bed. As much as so, strangely enough, this is my least favorite room. Not the one with the slidey puzzle that you have to successfully complete, which I'll have you know I first tried it while half asleep. Although, again, I'm feeling fine right now because we already screwed up. Ow. Kill all the things. So here's something I didn't know. If you can disable the trap right here, it doesn't force all the other enemies down here. You can just open the door. Which is pretty cool. I don't have trap skills. But Froggo does. The last time I was down here on the Hardcore League, I came through here. I do really like this quest. I mean, there's a reason that I can get through the slidey maze thing on the first try, even when tired. It's because I've done it a lot. Alright, he's going to disappear and summon his duplicates any moment now. Any moment now. How about now? Are you seriously going to wait till you're almost dead just so I have to take out even more of your HP bar? Alright. Duplicate's gone. Real one is... annoyingly back at full health. Oh, you might not be the real one. No, you gotta be the real one. I'm taking huge, huge chunks off all the other ones. We are out of smites. So I can't Adrenaline Smite. But we have Divine Sacrifice, which is like discount smite, but you can use it as many times as you want. Bonk, 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 bonk. I'ma go take a nap. Wake me when he's dead. And that would be the baby waking up because he had a bad dream. Fortunately, we are right at the end of this quest. Just gonna get my smites back real quick. You know what? If I wasn't so far through the rest, because I was gonna try to just rush it, because I want to go take care of the baby, and we've already screwed up a couple times on here. I'm gonna have to go double check that I'm not like asleep for like a 5-minute block. Just in the middle of the quest. But that's the problem with doing this after the baby goes to bed. Alright. These guys do... Oh, they do acid damage as well, huh? Good, because if they were just fire damage, they'd be screwed. Ideally, keep them close together so I can two-handed fight and kill them both at the same time. It's a lot of fire damage I don't care about. We're on hard mode, which I thought meant he's going to summon the other two. Because sometimes he'll summon 4 guys, not 2. Where's the other ones at? Maybe it's an elite mode thing, because I don't see the other ones. Come on. Fall down so I can go see. So I can go put the baby back in bed. Fall down now. Now. Yeah, not a threat. We have way too much fire resistance. And we're done. Grab the page. There's our XP. Come on, Blackrazor. Nope, nothing. Not surprising. What is that? Came all this way, we got a refurbished necklace. Whatever. We're out. It's interesting that it's a yellow XP bar. I don't know if I paid attention to the color before. So, truncating the end here. Sorry for being a little sleepy there. Signing off now. Let's see, where are we going next? Trying to hurry. Ravenloft is next. Time to actually get an upgrade. A guaranteed new item. But that'll be next time. Good night. I'm going to rush off to get that pick of that baby up. See what's wrong. Y'all have a good night.